everybody, and welcome back to my channel. So the month of October is pregnancy and infant loss. I really wanted to put this video up because it's something that I've wanted to talk about for a while. I feel like it's something that we've never seen, is never talked about. It's just something that is very quiet, and I'm here to just explain my story. This video might get a little emotional. I'm gonna try to keep it together as much as I can for you guys. This is all real life, and everything I'm about to explain happened. But without further ado, here comes my miscarriage story. You know, it's a very crazy story to tell, and I feel very kind of embarrassed. Tyler and I have a daughter together named Brielle, and most of you know her, and if you don't, she's the little girl in the videos. And then his daughter, who is 6, and she's here on and off. Together we have 2 girls, and we've always wanted a little boy between both of us. I thought for sure that my daughter was a boy when I was pregnant with her. We figured it wouldn't take us long because when I got pregnant with my daughter, it was very quick. We decided we wanted to have a baby, and then a month later we were pregnant. So it didn't cross my mind that it would take me a while or something bad would happen. So we decided let's start trying for our second baby. And then that morning I woke up and I just was very anxious and I didn't feel right. And I was like, I think I just want to go take the day after pill. I was just starting my new business at home, and I just didn't feel I don't know how to put this in words, but anyways, I ended up taking the day after pill. Unfortunately, it's not something that I'm proud of. Let's just say that. I think it's just an emergency. And then a couple weeks rolled by and we were getting ready to head to New York to visit some family down there that I have. I was like kind of on the fence about wanting to take a test. I knew that I took the day after pill, so I should be fine. I mean, it's supposed to work. I took it that morning, and so I just decided to take a test because I wanted to make sure that when I did get to New York, that I could have a few beers and not have to worry. So I headed to the store, I picked up a pregnancy test, I went in the bathroom as soon as I got home, and I took the test, and I mean, instantly it popped up positive. It wasn't like I was like, oh no, great, like I'm pregnant. No, it was just like, I can't believe this, like I'm pregnant. And I wasn't sad at all. I was actually happy. I was like determined to make this perfect, and things were just gonna have to fall into place like they always do. We decided that night to just call our whole family and tell them that I was pregnant. The word was out. Everybody knew I was pregnant. We didn't second guess it. We didn't think that something was gonna happen. Everything with our daughter was great. So we packed up, we went to New York. We woke up in the morning to get ready for a trip to a water park, indoor water park. I felt wet, extremely just uncomfortable down there. I pulled the sheets back to get out of bed, and they were all blood. Instantly, I just ran to the bathroom, and I'm thinking, this is not good. Like, something is not good. I was just peeing blood. It was just full blood. I was full blood. So I ran downstairs and I told my aunt, I am bleeding very bad. It's not just like a spotting, it's blood. And so we packed up, we went to the hospital that was local to her. I remember feeling so anxious, and I just wanted to make sure everything was okay. It was tough. You know, miscarriage was in my head, like I'm losing this baby and there's nothing I can do about it. Somehow in my head I was thinking maybe everything's okay. Maybe I'm getting my period, because sometimes periods happen when you're pregnant. So I was just trying to stay as positive as I can. So I finally get back into a room, and I'm laying down, and they wanted to do an internal ultrasound to see what the baby looked like. And that hurt like hell. Let me tell you what, that hurt. I just remember her leaving the room, not really saying much because she really couldn't. She was just an ultrasound tech, not a doctor. And I remember just looking at my aunt like, what did you see? And she's like, we didn't see anything. So the doctor came back in and told me that I am miscarrying. There is no DNC needed. They also said that my HCG levels were not high at all. It was like 2 weeks when I was supposed to be 6 weeks, so the levels were very low, and they kept asking me if I had a blood test done it back at home. I just kept saying no, I didn't. So they had no other level to go off from to see if it was dropping or rising. It was just awful. They just told me that it's an active miscarriage and to just go home and drink lots of water and rest. And when I do return back to my home state, to follow up with my doctor to take another HCG test to make sure that the fetus is gone. Which is very hard to say, a fetus gone. Like, a couple hours ago I was just pregnant. They didn't really tell me a reason for losing the baby. I really honestly kept asking my midwife when I got home, is this because of the Plan B pill? And she said no, there's no side effects of hurting an already existing pregnancy. She said either you were already pregnant when you took the pill or you ovulated right then and you conceived right before the medicine started working. But either way, I am not pregnant. Remember just calling my mom and just crying, because it's just a hard thing to go through when you're away from home and you're away from your mother. I'm very, very thankful that I wasn't out on a cruise or on a vacation where I wasn't comfortable. At least I was somewhere where I was comfortable and I had my family with me. So fast forwarding to when I got home, I was still bleeding pretty heavy. So I was like changing a pad every like 20 minutes. It was that bad. The bleeding stayed for probably 2 weeks, and then I remember just waiting for it to stop and then waiting for my period to start so we could try again. We really just, our mindset about this miscarriage was, we're just gonna try again. Let's just heal from this and we're going to try again. My period took forever to come. It was like 2 months before my period started, and I was just so excited to see my period come. I have learned a lot from this miscarriage. Never take anything for granted. You know, I think a miscarriage is something that you think you're never gonna go through. Like, I had no idea that I was gonna have a miscarriage. It's something that is never talked about in school either. Like, they always tell you to prevent pregnancy, but they never tell you, like, well, what if you get pregnant? And what if you miscarry? You know, they don't tell you that. I still struggle with the emotional part of the miscarriage to this day. We just passed the due date in June, and what's funny is my daughter and the baby that I was pregnant with last year had the same due date. So it was just special to me that they could have had their birthdays very close together. Everything happens for a reason. I believe that something was not right with the baby. You know, I try to cling on to everything positive and try not to think of the negatives, but sometimes it really weighs heavy on my heart. I just want everybody to know that if you do go through a miscarriage, you're not alone. I know it's like 1 in 4 women have a miscarriage. They're very common, and that's something that I didn't know. I had no idea about miscarriages. I knew that, like, what a miscarriage was, but I didn't know that they were very common. I don't want to put this out there too much because this could be a whole nother video that I make, but we had been trying for about a year to get pregnant after the miscarriage, and we fell unsuccessful with that. I did 1 round of some fertility meds and they did not work. They gave me a lot of side effects. I decided to just take care of me now. The year of infertility and trying is just very emotional, and it weighs a lot on your shoulders. It's just an emotional roller coaster. It's something I never thought that I would have to go through, infertility either. But I think this is just God's way of telling me that when the time is right, He will bless us again, and I am just along for the ride. I'm going to relax and take care of me and my family and the kids that I do have. And, you know, someday we will be blessed again. Thank you guys for watching this video. I know it wasn't the typical video, but I just wanted to sit down and talk about this for it being the month of October. I also wanted to say that I'm so sorry for all the moms and dads out there that have lost a baby. I can't even imagine. My heart is with you. I'm so sorry. Thank you all for supporting me and watching my videos, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.